Hello, potato. Have you ever thought to yourself, you know, I like a tostada, but wouldn't it be great if I could get the fillings of a tostada, the meat and the cheese and the sour cream, on a giant Cheez-It? If you've thought that, you're weird, but I dig it. And the folks at Taco Bell apparently are on the same wavelength as you are, because we have this today. Now, if you watch this channel, you will know that I am a sucker for weird fast food. I have often bemoaned, not always in the channel, but often bemoaned how other countries get these really cool, like, dark side Whoppers, and then we don't. And as a result, I will jump on any your Cheetza, your spicy double down, your ghost pepper Whopper, your grimace milkshake. I am there for all of these things, which is why last year, when Taco Bell announced the Big Cheez-It Tostada, I'm like, yes, give it to me. But it was a test thing, and they weren't doing it everywhere. And as quickly as it was the fanfare on the internet was for it, it went away. But now, in the year 2024, as all things go sideways, it's back. Taco Bell has brought back and released, I guess, nationwide, wherever the bell tolls, or at the very least where I am, they have unveiled, unleashed, released to the world, may it forever regret possibly its existence, the Big Cheez-It Tostada. Comes in a special Big Cheez-It branded box. Huh? Big Cheez-It Tostada. But the tostada did not come on this journey alone. They also released the Big Cheez-It Crunch Wrap Supreme. Now, sadly, the Crunch Wrap Supreme does not come in special packaging, or at least if it's meant to, mine didn't. So yeah, today we are going to try us a Big Cheez-It Tostada and a Big Cheez-It Crunch Wrap, which I have to say feels like it's probably not super crunchy anymore. It feels very flexible. That Cheez-It has soaked up all of the fat and juice and flavoring of the fillings and gone, I think, quite soggy, which is generally what happens with Crunch Wraps. And the time it takes you to get home with them, they go, still taste good though. And that's what matters. That's the thing with Taco Bell's. The food may be pretty awful in all ways that matter, except for taste. It tastes pretty darn good. So let's check out our Big Cheez-It Tostada. It appears to have exploded in the box. But, yeah, there it is. It is tostada toppings. I don't think Taco Bell even normally does tostadas anymore. But yeah, it's tostada toppings, like your classic Taco Bell tostada. Got some meat, got some sauce there, some cheese, lettuce, sour cream. I asked for no tomatoes, but obviously that request fell on deaf ears. But it's all on a Big Cheez-It, which is, yeah, it's gone soggy as well. But look, you can see it. It is a big, giant Cheez-It. Well, I guess if it's broken, we can just try that when we try it. All right, and then over here on our Crunch Wrap, I'm guessing there's not going to be anything visual to add. It's a Crunch Wrap. I mean, for all I know, it could be a completely wrong thing and not what I ordered at all. But we'll find out when we get to that. Hopefully, I also asked for no tomatoes on this, so we'll find out if they got that one right or not. But that's fine. It's fine. I am not going to be a Karen about it. I don't care that much about it. Although it is my lunch. So let's try the Cheez-It Tostada. Well, I guess I'll just try some of the crust on its own first. It does kind of look like a Cheez-It. I mean, like a little puffier. Not like a Cheez-It Puff. They have like those Cheez-It Puffs, but it does look like a Cheez-It. And this does smell strongly of Cheez-It. Yeah, up close it does smell like a Cheez-It. I mean, I'm smelling some of the other things along, like, you know, seasoning and stuff, because it's a little soggy. There's some meat seasoning leaked, soaked into that. Let's give it a try. Yeah, I mean, the texture's a little different than a normal Cheez-It because it's thicker. So we can break a piece off here. And I'm getting some of the flavor of the meat in there, but yeah, that's definitely a Cheez-It. I wonder if we'll get like Cheez-It Loco Tacos like we have the Doritos ones. So yeah, it definitely is a Cheez-It. Let's try it with a little bit of everything on it. Yeah, some tomato on the chair. I should really try it the way it's presented anyways for the first time, even though I'm not a tomato person, which is why I asked for no tomatoes, but what happens, happens. Let's give it a try. I must say, I think a little bit of that cheese that's getting lost in all the other flavors there. It definitely has a different texture than your classic Taco Bell tostada. And obviously, as you can see, the Cheez-It does not maintain its solidity once it gets a little wet on it. But obviously, at the start, it does just kind of taste of normal Taco Bell ingredients, your meats and your cheeses and your sour cream. But where the Cheez-It actually comes in is the very end, like the last taste in your mouth when all of the flavors are gone. The last flavor in your purse is that Cheez-It. And it's not earth-shaking, it's not world-changing, but it's not bad. I would potentially get that, like they put that in one of the value boxes, like they do the nacho fries all the time. I would get that like in a value box. That is not bad. And I do remember I used to like their tostadas without tomato, but I used to like their tostadas. And this does bring me back a bit to those days. So it's interesting. It's like I said, it's like a lot of American weird fast foods. It's not anything too terribly unique. But I certainly appreciate the effort, and I appreciate the opportunity to try it since I wasn't in a test market when it went around the first time last year. Yeah, it's not bad. Let's try the Crunch Wrap. So there should be one of these giant Cheez-Its in here. I don't think there's any way to see inside without taking a bite. So let's take a bite. Yeah. You can see it. Yeah, it's gone all soggy. Yeah, definitely didn't survive, the crunch rather, did not survive the trip home. But that flour tortilla does kind of blow out a lot of the flavor. I am still getting the flavor of the meat. And I think they did leave out the tomatoes on this one. Yeah, you can see at the bottom, or I guess the top, depending how you want to hold it. You can see that layer of Cheez-It there. So there is a Cheez-It in this. But I will say, it's certainly an easier thing to eat. Like if you want to eat in the car or something, Crunch Wrap is easier to eat, less messy to eat generally than a tostada. But I'll say that as far as the Cheez-It flavor, it's there, but it's very subtle. Like if you gave this to me and didn't tell me it was a Cheez-It one, I legitimately might not notice. I mean, even looking at it, I know to look for it, so I can see it. But if I didn't know to look for that, I don't know that I would even notice that that's a Cheez-It. At least this, one, is visually a Cheez-It. And two, flavor-wise, you can taste the Cheez-It at the end. So I think I like flavor-wise, I think I do like the Crunch Wrap better, but I think I would just like a Crunch Wrap. I don't need to get the Cheez-It one, just a normal Crunch Wrap would do. But for the Cheez-It-ness of it, the tostada is definitely the way to go. And obviously, it does not come looking anything like the picture. This is definitely one of those what I expected and what I got sort of situations. But I mean, it's everything is there. It tastes right. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it is definitely a tostada made on a Big Cheez-It. And overall, yeah, I approve. I approve of both. Get more of the Cheez-It flavor in the tostada version. The tortilla brings enough chew and flavor to this that you kind of gets lost in it. Maybe if I ate it like ate in the restaurant, ate at the moment they gave it to me, I might still get some crunch from that Cheez-It. But I think the Cheez-It is too porous, too much space on the inside that it just soaks up the moisture way too fast. I feel there's a probability that this was soggy before they even finished, doing the press on it. As where this probably, had I eaten it in the restaurant, I probably could have picked it up out of the box and held it in my hand and eaten it, or at least looked at it without it falling apart. It got soggy just a little bit on the way home. So yeah, minus several million points for appearance, but I definitely approve of the flavor. And if you want that Cheez-It flavor, definitely go with the tostada. So that was interesting, or at least I thought it was interesting. I hope you did as well, or entertaining if nothing else. And I guess these are now available nationwide. I don't know. I happened to see them as available, and I went over and grabbed a couple because, like I said, I am a sucker for weird fast foods. If you did find it interesting and entertaining, go ahead and give the video a like. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I thank you for watching. I'm going to go eat my lunch now before it gets any soggier, and I'll see you in the next video.